Today on Peachy Books, please enjoy the book review read aloud for The Good Thieves by Katherine Rundell. Written and read for you by Peachy T.O. Quote, The Good Thieves by Katherine Rundell. But it's not always sensible to be sensible. Historical fiction is one of my top genres, so I was eager to read this book set in Depression-era New York City with my little Peach. Just like Mum, the budding bookworm is a lover of history. We had only ever read non-fiction books about the past, so this was an exciting read that introduced him to a beloved genre. At the commencement of this fast-paced story, Vita and her mother had just traversed the ocean from England to assist her ailing grandfather. Her mother was hopeful that with the clearing up of his financial affairs, he would return to the UK with them in the coming weeks. The loose ends would take a little more work to clear up than anyone had imagined, least of all Vita. The frail man defeatedly admitted that for a mere $200, the equivalent of $3,000 today, he had been scammed out of ownership of the historic family castle by a bulldozing real estate mogul. Although her grandfather seemed resigned to this fact and his inability to do anything about it, Vita had other plans. If she could get into the castle and dig out some abandoned treasure, they would use the proceeds from the sale of the gem to get a fancy lawyer and set things straight. This lofty goal would seem all the more difficult to achieve given her apparent limitations. The painful and mal-developed foot she acquired from her battle with polio years earlier, and her ignorance about the big city that she now must expertly navigate. Possible impediments aside, our fearless heroine ventures out on her own to do a reconnaissance mission when she ends up crossing paths with my favorite character of the book. Silk, a homeless young teen, rough around the edges and tough as nails, is a hustling pickpocket, the perfect match for the courageous Vita. As fate would have it, she also befriends Samuel and Arcady, performers in a traveling circus running temporarily at Carnegie Hall, just across the way from where her grandfather lives. Together they form a tattered yet tenacious crew of good thieves, and the story jets off from there. Bravery, ability, and determination are the guiding forces for this talented gang of kids as they seek to defeat the scoundrel Soratore as he stealthily attempts to snatch up historic properties across New York City. Thanks to their diverse skill set, Samuel the acrobat, Arcady the animal whisperer, Silk the street hustler, and Vita with the expert aim, a skill she picked up when she was a small child under the tutelage of her now infirm grandfather. A tightly woven plan was all they would need to succeed. The all-important red notebook held the path to victory as Vita prepared every step needed for things to come together. Unfortunately for them, they met much friction along the way. Vita is an admirable role model for young readers, as her organizational skills and strong leadership are matched only by her grit to fight through the discomfort and pain of her mission. There were teachable moments throughout the story, as themes of family, friendship, loyalty, racism, crime, and dishonesty are in abundance. Visually evocative scenes play out as Rundell transports us through the bustle of Manhattan, the landscapes of suburban New York, and the majesty of the decaying castle. Quote, Racism can't be cured by black excellence when it's caused by white ignorance. Endearing characters, an exciting plot, appropriate pacing, and sheer enjoyment have me rating this middle-grade fiction gem 4.5 peaches, and adding Rundell's other popular offering, Rooftoppers, to my list without delay. Check out the bookmark I was inspired to make after reading this book. Thanks for listening to this Peachy Books review. If you enjoyed this reading, like and subscribe. It will help my channel to grow. To see more bookmarks and other art and bookish content, visit me at peachybooks.ca. And don't forget to say hi.